This is CryptoTube. Welcome to the channel for Masternode Monday episode 20 now. Jumping into this one, we've got some nice updates for Dash. It's still number one of the Masternode sector, of course. Market cap almost 1.3 billion now. It has been gained upon by Horizon. Horizon is moving and moving quickly at this moment in time. As I've mentioned numerous occasions, that Grayscale Trust integration is what's seeing a lot of money pumped into Horizon here. Energy down here 55 million, and also Syscoin on a $55 million market cap, around the same level here as Divi. And if we scroll down, we've got StakeCube, Midas and Flits all occupying this mid ground around here. But in terms of Dash, they've actually had some good news. They've been relisted, or they've had their wallets open back up again on KuCoin, which is a good sign. And I think some of those privacy concerns and delistings are being overturned right now. So some good news for Dash here. The Dash Investment Fund actually invested in CrayPay, which is a mobile payment platform, and it provides instant savings at over 155,000 locations and 75 national retail sites. So Dash is being utilized via this integration right now, and this is a very good thing and a step forward in adoption. So I think things are going to look up for Dash, and as we see on the price chart here, there's probably an easy 26% to be made back to this long-term line of support, and I think it will get back up there in the not too distant future. So it wasn't time to panic sell your Dash. It has started to recover, and I think this will be a continuation onwards and upwards. So starting with Divi and the Divi Project here, just on their website and looking through the new user interface here, very slick indeed. They've got some nice updates here, such as the node sector, showing you how much revenue you can achieve through these various masternodes. They've also got a staking calculator down here where you can play along with the sliding bar, and just, it's a user interface thing, but for new people coming to this website, this is very important to try and onboard them. They want to see flashy designs, and this is what they're getting. It does look very modern and very 2021. In last week's edition, I mentioned that the kind of updates had dried up with Divi, so we would go and speak to the team and see if we could get something from this. And other members of the community had mentioned this as well to them, and they have responded with this, which is a weekly recap. And moving forward, they will be creating these posts each week to keep us up to date. So we went from a period of getting a lot of communication every single Friday, and then it's fizzled out over the Christmas period, and we hadn't really received much back. But it's great to see that they are now interacting with us, and we spoke and they answered. So we've got an update here again. So some general project news here. So last month they made their first major blockchain update, and it brought about changes to the lottery and also the staking vault functionality. The staking vault functionality is now in a full-on test mode. I think they're going to be trying it out to make sure it works on the app, but this is something we can get involved with in the not too distant future here, and maybe we'll set up one of these staking vaults if it's not too difficult on the channel, and we can stake together. And this will also see a large scale increase in the blockchain efficiency. So they are improving their blockchain behind the scenes. They've almost got 1,530 masternodes deployed, nearing the all-time high once more, and over 1 billion Divi are allocated to masternodes right now. In terms of wallet signups, this is still increasing, 15,500 already signed up to that. A few of us already got our hands on the wallet. And in terms of the wallet development here, they talk about the successful release of the mobile wallet beta in December. In addition to the quality testing they've been getting through, they're also excited about how well our wallet has been received. So the users who have played with it, such as myself, have said they found it fun to use and incredibly easy to send and receive crypto. So from the tests that I've done, I've completed all my feedback to them. It was quite detailed, and I did suggest a few changes, tweaks here and there, but overall the wallet looks super slick, no issues to raise, no major concerns on there whatsoever, and I'm looking forward to more of the kind of DeFi applications, the interest-bearing bits, those kind of things that I can see they're going to be adding next. I want to get my hands on those next. So 50 testers currently, and they're adding 15 per week. So this is going to continue going forward. If you want to get involved with that, there's opportunities on their Twitter to win the chance to actually get your hands on it as a tester. They're putting together the final touches for the mobile mochi, and this of course means the masternodes can be simply enabled via the mobile wallet. Nick has deployed some himself now and they've been running okay. And this is going to be an awesome feature to have on there. Obviously, having a masternode in the palm of your hand is a very nice thing. And in terms of the wallet, the UI and UX aspects that testers gave feedback on have now been, refined by the team, and they're integrating push notifications for rewards, deposits, in-wallet news, and announcements. And with the addition of the staking vault capability to the Divi blockchain, we're hoping to see functionality pushed to the testers very shortly. In terms of their rollout then, the roadmap is coming soon, and they're going to have a section of now, next, and later, and the launched parts of this, so you can just easily follow along and see the progress on all aspects. And they've got a new SEO strategy coming as well, and more content. So they'll be planning this out. As I mentioned last week, their CMO was ill with COVID, so they're trying to get everything back up to speed, and the marketing rollout will be starting to be released now. And we're going to see a lot more Divi in the public eye. They've also got a blog coming by the end of the month, and the next live at 5 will be on the 29th of January, so just 2 weeks away. But any updates I get in the meantime, I'll bring to the channel. In terms of the chart, this is the BTC in the black down here, and it seems to have bottomed and now hopefully starting to pick up some momentum. This has only been around the last week here from that bottom of around, it says 60 sats as a close, but they were a little bit cheaper on other exchanges. In terms of the wallet updates and the blockchain updates, this did mean that many of the exchanges stopped deposits and withdrawals for a period, which may have also coincided with the price going down. But we'll see how this reacts with the wallet update, and we'll just see exactly what progress is made and see if the fundamentals and the improvements to the project are reflected in price. We're hoping to see this kick back up to those highs we saw back in August. Over to Midas Investments now, and last week we were asking about the payouts on the Horizon coins that are on there for the shared masternodes. Payouts have started to come. There's a few little bits here, and there's a transaction down here showing a small payment, so the dividend down there. So they're starting to now pay out on these Zen nodes. I'm going to be accumulating a few more probably on here, and I've got some elsewhere as well. In terms of the burnouts for this week, 0.70 Midas accumulated, so those will be sent over to the platform to compound. And for the index funds, we've gone through the first monthly rebalance of the stable YAP. Come and check out the information on the website over here, and I think they've even got my video posted down at the bottom of this page here. So if you want more information on those index funds, take a look around there. But I did speak with the team. They are fresh from a Christmas break. It was an extended period in Russia, and they have updates coming. There's an announcement proposed today from Trevor, but a few things that are coming up. They will have a brand new roadmap release very shortly. Trevor will also be having a live stream here on the Midas YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. And then you will see that live stream with the 3-year anniversary of this team, and also to see the roadmap updates and what they've got planned, different products and different things that are coming. They have been busy hiring new staff, so they are expanding as we speak, and so the updates should be coming from them. On the Flits side of things here, so this is 1 week's worth of data, over 350 additional masternodes deployed. That is a very big number. 739 new users, an additional 33 BTC in total value, total of 110 coins listed. So over on the Flits weekly here, or the Flits daily it's called, but the weekly update, they've now got almost 29,000 users and over 4,500 nodes. They're currently working on the Flits roadmap for 2021. And you would have seen, if you've been active in their Discord, the merge or the movement of a load of Tritium masternodes to the Flits app. So what's happened is Tritium will no longer be actually running masternodes. That hosting facility they were running for many years has now come to an end, and so they were looking for a partner to take on some of that load. So their community is actively being pushed towards the Flits app. So it said, in an effort to accommodate these new users, additional coins have also needed to be listed within the Flits app. So there's going to be additional coins on offer, as clearly some of the nodes hosted on Tritium were different to what is available on Flits. So those have been added, so more nodes equals more user base, and that is overall a very good thing for this ecosystem, and this is potentially another 1,500 hosted nodes yet to come. So as you think of the growth of the network, the more nodes that are hosted, the greater the revenue, and thus the greater the number of Flits coins required to host those nodes, so it should have a positive impact upon the FLS Flits price. This month we'll also see a big app update for Flits. We're waiting for that push notification. Some of the UX improvements are going to be the MASTERNODE setup screen, which is going to be even more easy to use, and there will actually be a more organic flow within the app. And if you're a new user to this app, there will be a new user start guide to follow through. So kind of like you see in major applications, they'll give you like a grand tour as you enter. Detailed status updates from the point of setting up a masternode, increased control over push notifications, and a wallet connect feature as well. So if you use Trust Wallet, or for example, and you want to connect it to MetaMask, you can do that through the application. So this will be a way of DeFi apps being integrated into Flits. Of course, we've got Ethereum and some ERC20s on Flits. This will expand, and so you can see the move or the pivot towards DeFi is coming for this team. To improve security, they are now logging out of devices via web apps and other apps, logging out via an emergency contact number as a failsafe as well. And you can also set up additional passwords for sending transactions. So these things all to be integrated with this next update. So on to the AMA section. Does Flits pay a flat 6.1% a month on the BTC and ETH mining? But they say that the ROI varies, so this is not a fixed percentage, but it is a reflection of the previous month's performance. The value is based on the difference between an investment of €2.50, which is the worker cost, and the actual associated earnings. In terms of KYC, someone was asking if KYC will become mandatory, but this will depend upon the application uses or features that will be available. So some features may require KYC down the line. However, there is a possibility that KYC will be needed depending on the features and services that get added. So this is one to watch closely. And if this occurs and they need a KYC, they're going to obviously tell us as community members. So people were asking about my mining payouts. I'm mining BTC, so you can see all my previous transactions here. Almost 5,000 sats the first time, then 10,000, 11,000, 6,000, 6,000. So a bit of a range of different payouts here. As we've gone along as well, I've increased my workers slightly, but you can see over that period, I've got 29 workers and currently earned a total of 41,133 Satoshis. And this is a current ROI of around 5% based on last month, so slightly down from the previous month. Of course, this all depends on the amount of hash power on the BTC and Ethereum networks. So there is going to be differentiations month to month, but you can see all my figures here. So if you haven't yet got involved, here is some transparent data that you can look at and analyze. Over to StakeCube now. Looking through their Twitter, they actually had this, which was the last voting round, which was won by LuxCore here. I went to check these guys out. They seem to be fairly popular. They got 10,000 followers here on Twitter. And so I will actually check them out and see what's going on. It says it's a smart contract platform. Over the last couple of weeks, price-wise, it's been looking pretty good as well. So maybe one that I need to investigate further with. In terms of updates from StakeCube here, so with the V3 rollout just around the corner, they have started to tease some features, and this is the exchange terminal and how it's going to look. And this does look highly professional. You can see open orders, order history, trade history, asset info, the arbitrage information and wallet information will all be part of this run through by here. So you can just flick through this menu and see those things. especially the arbitrage info. I think this will be a very good place to try and snipe some arb opportunities. But overall, this looks pretty cool. Clearly no chart data as there's no live trades on there. So some people were mentioning, is there no charts? Of course there will be charts within this. They're not going to miss that out. But I think this looks very slick indeed. And this will be live from the 23rd of January. So just around 5 days from now. Currently testing out my Divi staking versus masternodes. I've got a masternode over on Flits and I've got about 100,000 Divi staking on here. I just wanted to see if there was any comparisons to be made. So over 3 million Divi currently on StakeCube here in this pool. And for that to have only been live for what, a month maybe, or just less, 3 weeks, it's pretty impressive, the number of deposits on here. I did speak to the team to ask them what they would be doing with these. Would they set up like the biggest node, like a platinum or something, or a gold tier? I think a gold is 1 million Divi coins, but they said they'd probably start with the smallest tiers to obviously accommodate for people trying to exit with their Divi. You don't want to make the biggest node possible and not have enough floating coins to actually deal with those requests for withdrawals. So we'll keep an eye on this and we'll see how the weekly payouts perform versus a masternode and staking here on StakeCube, because of course staking on StakeCube is free. The battle of the bulls and the bears over on StakeCube, the BTC market here continues. We do see some movements upwards to 1700 sats, and then people keep coming in and dumping the price back down. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but we're going to continue to monitor the price of this, and hopefully we'll see a turnaround in the BTC equivalent of StakeCube coins with the rollout of V3 now. The mining power on the BTC mining, 6,982 terahashes here, and over on Dash we're now up to 33.6 terahashes. So with, again, the V3 rollout, there will be more hash power available to everyone, which is going to be a very positive thing, as a lot of people are queuing up now to get their credits into these hash powers. So that's all for this week's rundown. I've been simply selling off my rewards and mining BTC with those, and then once they've hit 1 million sats, I've been shipping those over to hardware devices. So these mining rewards from the masternodes, all now mining BTC for me. That's my current strategy, and probably will be the strategy for this bull cycle, to ensure that I'm continually accumulating some Bitcoin. But let me know what your strategy is with your nodes. What are you doing with those rewards? Are you compounding? Are you selling to Bitcoin? Are you selling to Ethereum maybe? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.